And we're out into the world now.
Look at all these wonderful gardens. Mow them down. I mean, you don't have to. There's a lot of garden.
You can't leave a bush uncut. But... and sometimes they hide in bushes, by the way.
Oh, dear.
How? We don't know.
See, it's the green armor. It gives them camouflage. Oh, hey, this also sometimes happens under bushes. It's a bomb.
The fuck?
If I step on it, then I'll explode. In fact, let me just show it. Gotta be careful when you're digging up bushes.
In case someone's buried bombs under them. Oh shit, bee.
Final boss of the game. It's a bee.
Man, bees are hardcore. Bees are hardcore.
Also, this guy.
Ooh.
Red.
Yep. Enemy strength goes by the same pattern as rupees. Green, blue, red.
Is that for every enemy, or are there more enemies than just these dudes?
Yep. We'll run into more. You can push tombstones, by the way. See what kind of stuff's underneath them. Usually corpses. Which I guess is expected. Sometimes a ghost. Or a Poe, rather.
Serves you right for trying to go grave robbing, I guess.
True.
What did you expect?
Hey.
Suspicious bush.
And this is a fairy fountain. Gives you a full heal when you find one.
That's nice of them.
Yep.
Doesn't give you all your magic back, though, which is
Yeah.
a pity.
Fortunately not, but still nice to get a heal.
Not that
Single
nice.
use only, or can you go back there?
You can go back and she'll be back, but you have to leave and come back for them to reappear. Oh, crab. See, there's another enemy.
Oh, crab. I thought you said oh crap for a second.
Oh crap, it's a crab.
And
Oh,
archers.
crap.
And here, by the way, I'll show you what I meant before. Yep, your shield will block projectiles. Some projectiles. At this point, just sort of basic ones. So, arrows and that kind of stuff.
Can you get a bigger shield?
Yeah, you can get upgrades as you go.
Hey. Magic shop and waterfall of wishing. Something to spend all these rupees we've gathered on.
100. Who needs
Hey.
the sages now?
Hey, it's a thing. Oh,
Cactus.
Ooh.
Shocky cactus.
maybe if we freeze it first? Yep.
There we go.
Every monster has a name. I don't remember what that one's called.
Traditional witch's chant.
Oh, she healed us. But we don't have a bottle to actually put one of these in. And they're not just going to give bottles away. Those things are valuable.
That's really weird.
Red is health potion. Green is magic potion. Blue is both.
Because, you know, that makes sense.
Yep. Red plus green equals blue. Oh. Can't get to the waterfall.
Large rock and a black rock.
Black rocks are also extremely heavy. Signs aren't.
Oh, he's back.
Yep. Basically all enemies respawn when you leave and come back. Or if you're in a dungeon after some amount of time.
So does the boomerang not hit them on the return trip, only on the one out?
It'll do both, it's just that I didn't happen to be in the right spot for it to hit it when it came back. But yeah, if you miss and it gets in the way before it comes back, it'll hit them then too. And at this point, it's pretty much open world. I mean, we do technically have a destination right now, but as long as something's open, you can go there. That's the way most Zelda games.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. Here are Octoroks.
They look like right bastards.
They are another classic Zelda enemy. I'm trying to line up for it, but for some reason they're not actually shooting at me right now. Your shield can also block their rocks if you have it out when it comes at you. Now, you might notice, though, that when you swing your sword, your shield's not there. So long as your sword's out, then you won't block anything.
Oh. So you can't, like, shield and then charge up an attack.
Yep. By the way, you also notice that Link is a left-handed sword wielder.
Oh. Traditional.
He's one of the only prominent left-handed video game characters, I think.
Oh. I suppose, wasn't it... I can't remember whether it's true or not, but I remember hearing that most swordsmen are taught to be left-handed.
Oh. I'm not sure about that, because there's also the thing about spiral staircases, where they were designed for a right-handed swordsman to be able to attack down, but not up.
Yeah.
And I know there's one specific castle in Scotland where the family was all left-handed, and they designed all of their spiral staircases the opposite direction.
Oh. I heard that was the reason why left-handed swordsmanship became more popular.
Oh, crow. Oh, it's gone.
That's just strange.
So, what's
that,
special?
Left and right-handed swordsmen didn't even think it was, relevant.
Huh? I think it depends, like, what direction you're going to swing the sword and where the other person has to block from and that kind of thing. Here's just a plain shop.
Ooh, they're selling bombs, though.
Yep. Also more red potion, but more expensive than the other place. Let's get one of each, so I can use the healing. And it's yellow up there because we're maxed out. Right now, at this point, we can only carry 10 bombs at a time. And we can only have one secondary item at a time. You've got to switch back and forth if you want something else.
Well, at least the menu's pretty quick. Nice and snappy.
Well designed. Oh, you can also throw the boomerang at an angle, but it's screwed up there. Yep, there you saw it hit the crab on the return.
Many enemies. Many.
That's a happy house.
This is sort of the game's hint system if you aren't sure where to go next.
For 20 rubies, give you a hint.
It's actually a random amount each time. I think it's random. It might be based on how many rupees you have, but yeah.
Oh.
And also a heal. When you get a fortune, it also heals you up.
Hey, you're filled with determination.
That was a fireball. Oh, Zora. River Zora, specifically. They are a declined version of one of those alternate fantasy races I mentioned, the Ocean Zora, which in this time frame are likely extinct to some degree.
Well,
yeah, the thing about this game is it's not exactly post-apocalyptic, but it's kind of pre-apocalyptic.
Not a happy scenario.
Yeah. Oh, and we're back at our house. I just realized I haven't actually shown a bomb yet.
you go back to the castle, or the secret passage, was it? I'm sure of those.
Oh, two
Well, we
bombs.
could, except because of that one-way passage, we wouldn't be able to get back to that part of things.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So you can set a bomb down, or you can pick it up and throw it around. And if I had actually hit that guy, it would have blown up on him. But I missed.
Can it explode while you're carrying it?
Yep.
Yes.
But thankfully there's a tell before it actually explodes, it'll start flashing.
Tricky, tricky.
That's cheating.
Generating a bush to hide in.
I'm messing with timing.
Nice to know that bombs cut grass, though.
Yeah.
Bit overkill there.
Yep, that's what I meant. Held it a little bit too long. Forgot how fast it is to blow up.
But not fast enough.
Oh, fairy.
Oh.
When you find a fairy, then it heals you, I want to say 6 hearts, which is a full heal at this point.
Oh.
Oh, hey, a thing.
Ooh.
Can you figure out this clever puzzle, Ambi?
Center and then one of the sides.
Well, keep in mind, you can only open a chest from the front.
Oh. I have no idea.
Well, you have the right concept. Just gave us some bombs, though. But there is a door behind there. Oops, wasted one. So, let's try your other suggestion.
Try not to blow up the place.
And that is an anti-fairy, also known as a bubble. When it hits you, it drains some health and some magic. But it just bounces around.
Super rude.
It's also invulnerable, mostly.
Real bastards.
Let's try these.
You said mostly.
Oh, that one dropped a lot of bombs. That's
When
one.
you say mostly invulnerable.
Can kill them, I don't have the way to do it right now. But eventually. Oh, hey! And this is a piece of heart.
Hey.
And let's grab this fish. Only fish.
Good luck.
Got the fish. Yeah, fish.
What are we gonna do with the fish, though? Let's put it back in its home.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Talking fish.
Yep. Well, I don't think that was
So-
geometrically correct.
Can you pick up the white rocks? Light rocks? Light rocks.
Let's try it. Nope.
Just asking, since you mentioned that the dark rocks earlier are very heavy.
Yeah. That'll make more sense later. Oh, something that I haven't shown off yet with the boomerang. Let's get something out of here. Use it to pick things up from a distance.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. What are you doing?
Trying to grab the bush off the crab.
Try stunning it first.
Oh, yeah, good idea. There you go.
Okay. Scared crab drops rubies.
Yep.
That's pretty neat.
It's all kinds of weird little stuff in this game, like that. And there's two kinds of ox rocks. This one just runs around randomly, then shoots a thing. One that runs around randomly and shoots 4 things.
So, what's the deal with the ravens and their unusual aggression?
Oh, they're just mad at me.
Your shield is shining.
Can you actually... you can hit them. Okay.
Yep. You just need to be good about it. Flying things can be a little bit tricky to see where... Oh, that looks suspicious. A little tricky to see where exactly you need to hit.
Hey. Oh,
Things.
Ooh, this mess.
This looks a little tricky.
Yep. Especially these side places, since Boomerang doesn't seem to be doing anything to them. Even when I actually hit them. Yep, just tings. So... let's not drop it into the pit. I don't think I'm going to be able to get them. I'm going to have to remember this place, come back later. And it'd be nice if I could find a heal somewhere before I die.
Wouldn't it, that? Money, money, money.
No hearts.
This thing.
Unlimited riches, but no life. No health.
Oh, there we go.
What is money if you don't have health?
Oh, and right back down. I did not realize those took off a full heart when they hit you. And down I go. Well, this isn't going to be a no-death run.
Reset, game over.
Yep. So when you do die, you can either start back from the house or the sanctuary.
Oh. That's pretty
One
good.
from save place, that's new.
Oh, that's a Game Boy Advance thing, because you can save arbitrarily anywhere. So if you die, you can just pick up from there.
Fair enough.
Well, we took some rest before, and we got some stuff out of it. We actually got to keep everything we found.
Oh.
But let's actually do what we're supposed to do. Oh, this is something else you can do, by the way. If your sword's charged up, you can just stab stuff by running into it. Also lets you walk sideways and backwards. Sometimes that's useful.
Are there any enemies like Booze from Mario?
Yeah, kind of. This looks interesting.
Not at all suspicious.
Okay.
Wow. That was very interesting and
Yeah.
confusing.
Something to remember for later, probably. And here we are at Kakariko Village.
Hey,
Oh, hey. Treasure chest game.
Oh no.
Which one looks good, Ambi?
oh god, no, the pressure. Rightmost one.
Ah. And you can only open one.
Oh,
Yeah, I think one of them has a heart, one of them has a rupee, and one of them has 50 rupees or 100 rupees or something like that.
Thought it was 20, but I might be wrong.
I don't think it's 20 because it costs 20, and that would be a little bit unfair.
and if it's 50, then you just about to don't break even. Like, you lose 10 rupees if you statistically get it right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's how you fix family.
Something to notice, by the way. Something else useful about charging the sword. Stuff you can break makes a slightly different sound, which is useful because it's not always obvious like this when it's something you can break.
Which, the best way to solve family strife. Cask of Amontillado them.
Oh. See if I can actually remember the path for this. Oh.
Oh,
Hey.
great job.
Nice.
Now I get a piece of heart.
Hey,
Halfway to a full one.
nice.
And a bunch of bushes to cut down too. That sign that I skipped, by the way. Let me go back and read it.
Uh, so. That's what you think of his jokes. The jokes.
Library.
That
Oh,
looks
can't
important.
read them. So just accidentally blow them up instead. Yeah. Thought you could read the bookshelves. Nope. Here's a thing, though. No, can't mess with geometry that way.
Good try there.
It's really disconcerting that you can just sort of hop down the ledges.
He's that athletic.
Hmm.
And this is the village proper.
Hey. I was going to say, a house and a library is a pretty small village. Well, it sounds kind of like the guy we saw in the place earlier.
Might be, yeah. Did have a fleet.
Yeah. And he did disappear.
No telling what happened there.
That's a treasure chest.
That we're unable to get. Can we get in from the top somewhere?
That looks like it.
Hey.
Oh, chicken in the pot. Oh,
So, magic bottle. Hey. For the potions and things.
Yep.
So, is there anything you can do with the chickens, or?
Fight it.
does this count?
I guess so.
Probably.
I guess so.
My question is, what makes a bottle magic?
Enchantments.
Sounds about right.
That's just cheating, Idran. That's cheating.
Huh.
Wow. Rude. I wonder who.
I mean, that might not be wrong. We did take her out of the castle.
Technically. But I mean, she did ask us, which kind of makes it not kidnapping.
That is a less obvious secret one.
Yeah. And some of them don't even have anything. They're just blank walls.
Wow. Rude.
Chicken in the
Stole.
pot.
Can
Why
you pick
do
up
they
the
keep...
chicken? Yes. Excellent.
I should be precise and say it's technically a cuckoo. But oh well.
Why in the pot? That's not how you cook a chicken.
Maybe it's just the chicken's house.
How's the chicken fit in the pot?
Don't ask the hard questions, Ambi.
Does that mean the pots have like a hole in the bottom? So the chicken can like get up and someone's just like put a pot over a chicken?
Well, every time we pick up a pot and there's something left behind, so they must have holes in the bottom.
Weird. In which case I guess they're more sort of coverings than pots or vases really.
They've still got openings in the top too, though.
Maybe that's to, like put stuff in.
Yeah?
They're like sort of storage containers. Like you drop stuff in and then you like pick it up when you want to get it.
I guess that makes sense.
Not really sure it does, but okay. Because I mean, if there was a lot of stuff in there, it would all just like spill out down the bottom. So.
Here's an example of one of those, by the way. Oh, huh, doesn't even have a different sound, but we can still blow our way in. Rats.
Lots of rats. What a strange hidden room. Hey, bombs. The room of 3 bombs.
If I didn't have 0 bombs left, I probably would have used that instead of buying some, but worked out.
Rude.
That jerk.
Oh, shit. She actually did call a soldier. Goddamn. And we just promptly murdered him. Can
Well, I
you
mean,
go
he was trying to murder us.
Did she lock her door, or can you go bother her?
Oh, let's find out.
They didn't need this sign.
That's not how long our nose is. How dare they?
Yep, she locked it.
Blow it up. Hold anything, brother. Already go. Don't worry.
How about 48? Wow.
Don't. Damn.
Windbane.
An easterly wind was blowing.
Suspicious.
Wasted chest.
Okay, now we have over 100 rupees. We
Yep.
can buy that one if we didn't already have it.
Well, in this case, you actually can have more than one bottle at once.
Oh.
Which is nice, because then you're not limited to just having a single potion or whatever at a time.
Oh.
And a new piece of art.
Hey! 3 out of 4. Here, take your money.
I've got 2 bottles.
Getting a tad meta there, are we?
So you can put potions in bottles. Can you put anything else in bottles?
Yes.
Fairies?
Yep. And bees.
Bees? Question mark.
Well, we did already run into one of them. You just need to catch it. And letting it get a little overgrown.
Creepy. Do we really want to be a fish?
Depends on what kind of fish.
I mean, sharks are fish.
Yeah.
Evil air.
Oh, that's just malaria. That's not a cold.
Scientific, aren't we?
Malaria, Idran. Malaria.
That's where the name came from.
Ah, true.
Plus, he was messing with catching bugs, only makes sense.
Fair.
Got us there.
I guess that's for the catching bees.
Yep.
Or fairies?
Yep, for both. Oh, who's this lovely painting up here of?
It's a Mario. Or possibly Rimmer from Red Dwarf, but that's much less likely.
Yeah, I don't think there would have been many Red Dwarves fans on the design team of Link to the Past.
I'm not actually sure Red Dwarf would be out whenever this game was made then.
1991? 2? Something like that. Snow, do you know?
I think 1992.
I know it was one of the first Super Nintendo games.
Oh, I'm wrong. November 21st, 1991.
Huh? Well, that's close to 92.
There you go. Red Dwarf started in 1988 and ran until 1993, so...
Plenty of time. Yep, it's a little bit more complicated of a block pushing puzzle. It's possible to push blocks here to get every single chest in one go.
Can you do it?
The difficult, hard-hitting questions.
Every block you can push exactly once. Or none if it's in a corner like this. Any idea, or should I just go ahead for it?
I'm not sure, so... yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Hey.
Ta-da!
Nice.
Of course, if you don't get it all in one go, you can always come back, and the blocks will be reset. So you can take another shot at it. The treasure chest will still be open too, so you can just come back for whichever ones you missed. But that's less fun. So much money.
That's a lot of money.
Did belong to thieves.
Hey! Got a full heart.
So the real question is, what are the pieces of heart?
I've always been a little bit curious of that myself. I figure it's some kind of, I don't know, talisman or something.
I
So
choose
you're
to
just-
believe it's like an actual bloody heart that you eat and it increases your ability to get stabbed by swords.
Yes.
Brought into the world by an ancient pact with the eldritch beings of Capcom.
Now, Capcom was only involved with the handheld ones, actually.
Oh.
Just to clear that out, Nintendo contracted out the production of the handheld games to Capcom, the earlier handheld games, at least.
Yeah.
Now, this is sort of what I meant about it being kind of pre-apocalyptic-ish. We're heading up towards something that's sort of apocalypse-like later on, which the post-apocalyptic one is actually Legend of Zelda, the very first NES game. And what it's talking about here is the old stuff from back in the days when there wasn't as much ruin. When it wasn't kingdoms so close to failure that they brought in some random wizard traveler to solve all their problems.
Damn.
Just use magic to fix everything. It never goes wrong.
Yeah, always trust magic.
Yeah. Black Dwarf made construction. Ah, damn, we've dug too deep, we've hollowed out At least the buttresses won't hold. Just short of magic. He'll be fine.